bottles are clinking, we be drinking. Welcome to the Loggers in Life episode. My name is Mendo.
Hey guys, I'm Rob, and welcome back to
The
the
beer
beer
bracket.
The big beer bracket continues on tonight. We are skipping the South region, and we are just going to finish off the West Coast. Then we got an East
Finish
Coast
it.
we got a hell of an East Coast battle.
East Coast.
And the Midwest is gonna is yeah they got a decent
It's
fight.
getting there,
I mean
yeah.
I don't know, it's
It's all right.
you know what, the Midwest, I think the crowning matches in the Midwest are just about over, so
Pretty much.
we're kind of bringing up
Yeah.
the lower seeds right now. But we'll
Exactly.
see. We'll see. They could surprise us. I don't know.
Exactly. They could be sleeper matches. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
And I kind of hope they are.
hopefully. You had
So
a
for
couple-
those who listened last week, we have
a
better
lot of upsets.
we have a better contingency for any ties and things like that this week. Hopefully.
So a piece of metal coin, I think, in case if we ever tie again.
Yeah,
Or
something
rock,
like
paper,
that. Or,
scissors. Or,
yeah, I mean, we'll figure something out. We have a tentative plan for it, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Hopefully,
Exactly.
we won't have to come to it quite as many times
To bloody back.
as last week. But in any event, so our first matchup comes to us from the first two are going to come to us from the West Coast. This one, in particular, is from the Stone Brewing Company. It is the Stone IPA. They are from Escondido, California. I don't know how to exactly say it. It's a dry hopped IPA with just I mean, it's Stone Brewing, guys. If you've never had Stone Brewing, so here's what you expect. Without even tasting it yet, I can tell you what to expect. They are a hop centric kind of brewery, but they don't it doesn't overpower you generally. Like they let the they let the flavors meld and come through. You taste a little bit of everything. It is a quality made beer. They've been doing it for a while now. I think since like the 90s. So Stone Brewing, they've been doing it right. They've been doing that craft brewing stuff since way back when. Yeah. So and I don't know. I'm looking forward to trying it.
Cool. And coming out of the red corner, from Seattle, Washington, best known for one of the best grunge bands ever, the Space Needle and Sleepless in Seattle, is Red Hook ESB, which is extra special bitter ale, and it's been brewing since 1987. So this beer is just as old as us. So
Yeah. All right. Cool.
hell yeah. So hopefully we'll see better days, because I know Seattle's been known for having rainy days and bad weather, but hopefully this particular beer is
I guess
brings
they-
a little, brings a little hops and brings happiness in our lives.
I mean, I guess they make good coffee, right? So maybe they make good beer too. I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know shit about Seattle really,
Yeah,
except that it's where grunge music lives
Pretty much.
or lived in the 90s.
exactly.
All right. So what are we starting with?
Let's throw some stones and see where they lie.
All right. Going with Stone Brewing Company, their IPA. Here we go. Cheers.
Cheers.
You know, see what I mean there? Like
Okay.
it's full of hops, but they allow a complex flavor to come through.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just-
It's not like a giant hop bomb, but you definitely know there's hops there.
yeah.
It doesn't exactly punch you in the face, but it doesn't have to.
Yeah.
That's why I've always loved Stone Brewing stuff. But
I do-
again, I will try to be biased here.
I do like the the little malty fullness on the tail end,
Yep.
and it's just like when you had like a root beer float, just like the aftermath of that, when you get down to the bitter end of like the root beer and the vanilla ice cream, you're just like scooping it up with your spoon. I kind of get like that, like just like the bubbles from the root beer. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
It's,
I mean-
it's interpretation.
Yeah.
I don't feel as much like citrus notes as.
No, there's
Some
not a
beers
whole
can
lot
be-
of citrus. It's not a very citrusy beer. It's just kind of hoppy and malty and like beery, but it's delicious.
Beery is a word. Okay.
Beery is definitely a word.
All right, good. 20 point. I was looking for a 20-point award score for Scramble. So, all right, Mr. Red Hook from the Space Needle itself, beam me up. Interesting. Like kind of funky. Interesting. Yeah. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Kona, a little bit.
Honestly, I think it's better than Kona,
All right.
but maybe a little bit. It's just got less of that malty hit to it. which
Yeah.
is-
So
It's not bad.
yeah,
It's interesting.
from
It's not. I mean, I would definitely drink it again, but
definitely.
would I go seeking it out? I don't know.
Exactly. It's just like, hey, it's there. But if I was to do a 6-pack of this and then maybe if it's there in the store, I don't know.
Right. Yeah. Well, I think I have my verdict.
It's one more.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. Yeah.
All right. Stone Brewing Company.
Solid 3.
Solid 3. All right. I give it a 4.5.
Cool. Yeah.
Red Hook.
3.5.
3.5. You okay?
Kinda like that a little bit.
I gave it a 2.5.
Okay.
So
Four
that
and-
puts Stone Brewing.
So yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna take the rest of this after the show.
Yeah.
This actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah,
if
well,
you
yeah,
like- if you
surprisingly,
like it, that's-
surprisingly, I liked it. It was just
You know, it's just.
for how, like, what was it that was off for you? Like, why'd you give it?
It's just. Well, you know what it came down to? It was, like I said, I wouldn't search it out. You know. What I mean?
Okay.
I would not search out buying this beer. So. That's what it came down to.
Okay. A pretty interesting match.
Like if you had it at a party, like you had a 6-pack sitting there, I might grab one, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go looking for it.
Exactly. You know, if it's, you know, like I said, if it's there, great. It's definitely a unique flavor than like most beers I've had in the past, especially, you know, coming from the West. But I think it's definitely a unique flavor. Over Stone, I think it was like neck and neck, but for me, Red Hook just pushed out a little bit with the flavor.
Yeah, I mean, and it's all in what you like, you know.
Exactly.
That's what it comes down to.
Alrighty, next matchup, my friend.
All right, what do we got next? We got
New Belgium.
Brewing Company versus Lagunitas. This should be a pretty good fight.
Hell yeah.
Be a pretty interesting fucking fight. Coming out of the blue corner from Lagunitas Brewing Company, it's their unlimited release. It is little something something ale.
Ooh.
Yeah. It is from the Lagunitas Brewing Company. They are based in. I'm gonna butcher this one too. Petalum, California. I don't really fucking know. They can also be found.
We're
in
sorry if
Chicago.
you're from there. We'll get up next time.
They can also be found in Chicago and Illinois.
Oh,
but
of course.
they're in the West Coast bracket because they are from California. Let's see what it doesn't really tell you anything about the beer. It's a little something something ale. 7.5% alcohol by volume. That's what they tell me.
Okay.
It's 12 fluid ounces of hops, malt, hops, yeast, hops, water, and hops. Life is uncertain. Don't sip. That's exactly what the bottle reads.
All right. Coming out of the red corner. From Fort Collins, Colorado, and Ashland, North Carolina, bursting with tropical aromas and juicy fruit flavors from Mosaic and Amarillo hops, this golden IPA is a freshly bitter with a refreshing sublime finish. New Belgium Voodoo Ranger. IPA.
Ranger.
Voodoo Ranger IPA, which is an IPA brewer.
80s metal band.
Voodoo Ranger. Touring with a Cheap Trick coming this summer. Come on, feel the horse. I've known you for over practically a decade, and I've never seen you hit that high note ever. Even
When I
drunk.
falsetto the 80s hair metal, I can do it. Like
Lonely world, you took the midnight train
going anywhere.
Ow! I've actually saw the documentary on them, and it was pretty good. Like how they
Journey?
yeah, how the
Alright.
new singer was from I believe the Philippines, I think, or
yeah.
something like that. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think
and
so. That
the guy
sounds
was just like,
kinda right.
they were like looking for new singers because they were going with new singers like, freaking Kleenexes, and then this guy I think the guitarist picked him up, and they're like, "Hey, you need to check this guy out."
Yeah, I think he wasn't he in a Journey cover band.
He
Basically,
was. And
essentially the story of what was that fucking film, with Marky Mark, Rockstar or something like that.
I think so.
Yeah, whatever that Marky Mark film was.
Yeah. Whenever you're doing this at home, make sure to label your shit because God forbid you.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean,
sip
some
the
of these
wrong
look,
ones
they
and you're
look
just
super
like-
similar when you compare them together.
Unless if you're drinking Aburrita's Dark Lord,
Yeah.
because that was darker than shit.
Um,
Are we
so
go with
I have-
something old, something new, or are we going
I got a little something in my hand. I got the Lagunitas.
with the hot pit up chicken and the label?
Yeah,
All right.
sure. That's the one that's in my hand, so that's the one we're
Okay.
going with as far
Fair
as I know. Cheers.
All right, cheers. Bing, bam,
Lagunitas Brewing.
Mm-hmm. How you doing, Flavor?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now.
Brighter than the last two we just had.
Yes.
Much brighter.
Like if you like this is, I think this is like your breakfast beer. You know, what I mean, you want something
This
that's
is
gonna
good.
wake you
Yeah,
up.
I mean,
you know
it's
what I mean?
it's a solid beer, like, but it doesn't like outright slap you in the face.
No, like you want something that's gonna like if you like I said, this is like more of like your breakfast beer, like something you want. You're just waking up. You're just like, oh, you're doing because you don't want something that's gonna, you know, you don't want like a coffee beer. It's gonna like, you're up, asshole. This beer's just like, hey. Like
It's a good like
glass of
it's a
Ojo,
good
but
like if
better.
you're on a vacation, you're even like a home staycation. You wake up, yeah, you breakfast beer it maybe on the porch with your eggs and what have you. Chill out. I mean,
Bacon and brew, man.
yeah, there you go.
Not bad.
Good, maybe a good brunch beer.
That's the one.
It's good brunch beer.
I actually had Brenner tonight.
Oh, yeah?
I actually had
Nice.
Brenner. It was it chocolate mint pancakes, bacon, eggs, scrambled eggs with some salsa on top of that, and
Yeah, there
so
you go.
good.
There you go. That's good. We went out to dinner tonight with Rachel's parents.
All
So
right.
yeah,
What was on the menu there?
we went to TGI Fridays. So
Okay.
you know,
Nice.
nothing spectacular, but nothing bad. You want a good like cheap date night?
Yeah, yeah.
Fridays is doing endless appetizers for $10.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so you just go, you order a $10 appetizer. You can mix and match any appetizers you want off of their little selected area.
All right.
So that's what I did. I just bought the endless appetizer, and I was just like, all right, now I'll try this, and now I'll try this, and then you just pay for drinks, and then like it's a good, inexpensive, good night out.
Cool. Yeah.
Something to look into,
I
or
shall.
keep in mind rather.
All right. All right, Jimi Hendrix, show me your voodoo child of the Voodoo Ranger of New Belgium.
New Belgium's Voodoo Ranger. I like a lot of New Belgium stuff. I like a lot of Lagunitas stuff. So,
Yeah.
but this one I haven't had before.
Me neither.
So here's to something new.
Hell yeah. Every time I think IPA, I think it's gonna whoop my ass. This guy, not so much.
Well, you know, IPAs don't have to punch you in the face. You know what I mean? Like a lot of them do because you pack so much damn hops in there.
Yeah.
But you don't have to. You know, it can still be a quality IPA without slapping you right across the face, and it also depends on what hops they're using.
Okay. I think these guys were using Mosaic and Amarillo hops. So
Yeah, I think those are milder hops to begin with. So even if you're packing a whole bunch of them in there, they're not punching you. There's a funky, I don't know. I can't point it out, but something's a little funky with it. Something's a little off. You know what I mean?
like
It's not quite.
unless the beer itself could be bad. Not like the beer itself, but like maybe it was like something in the refrigeration process or something like that.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it could have been on the shelf a little too long or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's not. It's not skunky,
Yeah.
but it's. I don't know.
Ripe.
Huh?
What did you call it? Ripe, maybe?
I mean, I don't even know. This could very well be how this beer is supposed to smell and taste. Having never had it before, it's tough. Something ain't right though. Or I mean, it's different, and I don't like it. So one way or the other.
Yeah. So in any event, well, with these two beers, I I'm pretty much set. What about yourself?
I think I'm good to vote.
All right.
Yeah, there's just something
Something
weird about the
New
one.
Be-
I don't.
uh,
Yeah,
like you want to root
like
for
I
it,
do.
but
I really do love New Belgium stuff. This one kind of just let me down. Just let me down. So on that note, I give the New Belgium a 2.
yeah, I was gonna give it a 2. I was gonna. It
Two,
was like
yeah.
it was 2 out of sympathy.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Laguna,
so that's a 4.
Lagunitas,
I gave a 4.
4.5.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, Lagunitas solidly
Yoink.
takes it. So that puts actually the next battle. The whole West Coast is shaping up to be pretty interesting fight. You got Kona Brewing versus Ballast Point, and then you're gonna have Stone Brewing versus Lagunitas.
Ooh.
The Sweet 16's looking good.
Hell yeah. This next match coming from the East. We're going to go with...
So coming in from the East, we got a couple of really good contenders here from the East. If you've never heard of these beers, maybe you're not from the area, maybe you're not from the East. I don't know. If you've never heard of them, look into it. It's worth it. Both of them coming out of the red corner from Omegang Brewery out of Cooperstown, New York, also famous for being the home of baseball. This is their Nirvana IPA. I don't know a whole lot about Omegang Brewing except for I love their beer. That's all I really fucking need to know. I could read you what's on the can, but it's a whole bunch of gobbledygook. It says you should. No, it doesn't say fucking shit. Never mind.
Wow.
It's a bunch of here's a long drawn out story of bullshit that doesn't actually pertain to beer. Yeah, I don't really care about that shit. I want to know how the beer tastes. So.
All right. Fair enough. And coming out of the red corner from Frederick, Maryland, is the Flying Dog Pale Ale. Pretty much, it's just as its brother Cool. It can be learned. Cool can be only learned buried deep beneath the relics and awkward trends and the hip nostalgia.
Blah blah blah. What's the beer taste like? That's what I want to know.
It's probably gonna taste like a dog biting you in the crotch. Just gonna be a whole lots of just with a lot of ooh afterwards. But then again, what do I know about beer except I love to drink it, and you should too.
That is the key. That's what we're doing here. We are drinking beer. Mendo's spilling beer everywhere. It's good. It's going crazy.
Really?
I don't know, man.
You're bad at your job.
I'm great at my job. You're just spilling beer everywhere, man.
No, you're not. That never
No,
happened.
I know I'm not. You are.
Nuh-uh. You can't prove it. Nuh-uh. It's not like our listeners can see my handy dandy.
No, that's why I
bartending
told
work.
them. That's why I told them.
You're a jackass. You're also my brother, so shut up.
All right, so we got Flying Dogs Doggy Style Pale Ale.
Doggy style.
Doggy Style. Versus Omegang's. Omegang. Their IPA.
Shit snacks.
Where
do you want to go?
You know what? You call the start on this one.
Fuck. Flying Dog. Fuck it.
Flying Dog.
Let's go.
All right,
Let's go
do it.
DMX and go. Arf, arf. Hoo, where my dogs? Or whatever the fucking song was. Where the hood? Where the hood at? Where the hood at?
Sure.
Okay,
Whatever.
okay, fine. Baja, man. Let the dogs out.
That's just weird. All right.
You are weird.
Cheers.
Fuck off. How you doing?
A lot more citrus than I expected in that. That is a surprising beer.
Yeah.
Surprising. Good surprising. Not terrible surprising like some of the ones we've had. No, this one's like that's good. Those are good sounds.
I'm like, did you just do like Bruce Almighty with like that one scene with the new studio? No, was it Bruce Almighty?
Yeah, that's Bruce Almighty with Steve Carell.
With Steve Carell, like, sorry, I got something in my throat. So,
Yeah, no, I mean
not
that's
bad.
no, it's definitely I like it. Instantly like it. I can tell you that much.
Shit, yeah.
Omegang's got their work cut out for them, but they're a good brewery. I'm not gonna
But then again,
knock them.
Well, hopefully this will hit a home run. Pun intended. Get it, Cooperstown, because I'm a jackass. Anyway, oh my God, let's do it.
That is a tasty beer, that Flying Dog. Sorry, going on to the Ommegang.
Okay. Now this is what I picture an IPA be. If you want IPA, just someone's gonna
No,
rev
you know
it.
what?
I think
Not
this
even.
revs it up a
It's
little bit.
nah.
Over a couple of IPAs we
You
had,
know,
I think
I
this
get
revs it up
I
a
get
little
some
bit.
actually. You know, weirdly enough,
What's up?
I get some foliage out of this one. Like
Go on.
okay, so you ever like walk through like a heavily wooded area, like
Okay.
the like leaves and the ivy and the moss and that kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
You know that smell that just hits you walking
Oh,
through
like
that area.
musk and just
Almost like just just that foliage. That's what I get out of this beer. Interestingly enough.
Yeah.
Again, it's not bad. It's just
No.
it's different. It's not, again, there's like no citrus in this one. It's a weird contrast because it's like citrus to your face in the Flying Dog, and then opposite of citrus, just roughage to your face, like grass notes and shit like that in the Ommegang. So very different
yeah.
beers. Very tough to judge this one, honestly. I think.
Shit. God. So you have arugula salad in the one, and then you actually have some citrus in the other.
Yeah.
Why do you have arugula and salad? It goes better. It tastes better. You know, John Panette reference?
When you mix the bitter with the dirt taste. Oh boy.
What if it has gluten in it? I'm pretty sure I'm made mostly of gluten. I'm going to do one last check because this is pretty interesting coming from the East.
These are two very interesting beers, guys. I definitely recommend checking both of them out. Comparing and contrasting for yourselves. They're good beers.
God damn it.
You know what this one comes down to?
Would I buy it again?
No, because I would buy both of them again.
Okay.
It comes down to which one is making me happier right this moment. Really, that's what it comes down to. Because, at least for me, because I would definitely buy them both again. So I got to judge on something different this time. Personally, I don't know if that helps your judging.
Yeah, I'm going down like everything. I was like, would I buy it again? Would I not buy it again?
Right.
One has, it's like looking at a, Picasso versus a Van Gogh, and you're like, they're both art. But then again, it's just like, what is your eye being drawn to?
Right. Yeah, no, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Yeah, I got them. I judged them by a half a point, and it's a tough half a point. That's.
Okay, I'm good.
Let's say Flying Dog.
4.
I get Flying Dog a 4 as well, so that's an 8 that Ommegang has to beat. What'd you give Ommegang?
3.
I gave him a 3.5.
Okay.
So Flying Dog moves on. In a pretty solid victory there, I want to say. Like it wasn't like a landslide victory, but it was fairly solid. Put an F before that because that could be misconstrued as an O. There you go.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, so Flying Dog's got to move on. I think in that one.
I would say so.
It stood out a bit more. Like the instant I took a sip of it, it was like, wow,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
good. That's tasty.
Exactly.
Ommegang was a little bit like, I like it, but I got to find the better notes. I got to see what it's got.
Yeah,
I had to think too much about the Ommegang.
Exactly.
Beer, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just not what I'm in the mood for right this second. So maybe a different day they could have won.
Yeah.
But today is not that day. So, I mean, valiant effort, guys, but Flying Dog definitely took that one.
Arf, arf. All right, coming in for the Midwest and
Midwest
final
battle, our final battle for the night. Actually, we did this one fairly quick tonight.
Huh.
I don't know if you're. We don't have enough beers to make another one happen. So
True. Well,
never mind. I was going to say I don't know if
we have
you're
time
up for it. We could make another one happen. We can't make another one happen. We don't have the thing.
Shit.
We don't have the beer to do it. So in any event,
Let's see what's going on in the last match between.
in the Midwest, we have Boulevard Brewing Company and their Tropical Pale Ale it's an ale with grapefruit and passion fruit.
Blah 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 blah.
Well, that one
blah.
actually tells you what the beer's contains.
Well, okay.
I'm not giving you the walk down the beach description. So they've been brewed since 1989, and they are straight out of Kansas City, Missouri.
coming out of Cold Springs, Minnesota.
Missouri?
Yeah.
Minnesota?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
I meant Minnesota, right?
Yeah, Minnesota.
Yeah,
There
okay.
you
I got Minnesota there.
You got Minnesota, I got Missouri.
Okay. From Minnesota. Okay. It's the Bettestein Pale Ale, rocking 7.2 alcohol content. Wow, this is gonna be some boozy ass shit.
Have you had Ballantine before?
No, sir.
I've had Ballantine. It's a good beer. I have not had Boulevard, so this will be interesting. And this one, I can tell you right away, without going any further into this, and without putting any preconceived notions in your head.
Mm-hmm.
This one, with its tropical nature, and the grapefruits and the passion fruit and the whole, just a fruity, happy, summery beer.
Okay.
Is going to be a stark contrast to Ballantine's Punch You in the Face IPA.
All right.
Ballantine, from what I remember, Ballantine is a Punch You in the Face IPA.
Well,
but not in a bad way.
Okay.
Just in a sharp. It's a sharp
Ooh,
IPA. You know?
Okay.
From what I recall, I could be recalling improperly though.
Okay.
It's been a while since I've had a Ballantine, so we'll see. But let's give these a pour and see what we got. We got some foam going. There we go.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Like when I'm drinking beer, it's just like I want something that's gonna. Well, I'm not saying like back in the teens, just like, I want to get drunk off of beer, but now it's just like, I think it's like 7.2 is like, ugh, it's like a little bit too much booze. I want a bit more.
Be, but it doesn't have to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there are beers that are like 9% alcohol by volume that I don't even notice. You know what I mean?
Really?
Like you don't notice because the flavor is there. And then there's other beers that are like 6% alcohol by volume, but you taste nothing but the alcohol, and it's so it's different. It depends on how they're made and all of that. Beer's fickle, man.
Yeah.
Which is part of why I love it. You know what I mean? It's interesting. It's definitely
I think it kind of goes a little bit with wine in a sense because it's
so.
like it's just depending on how you brew it. If it's brewed at the right time, if the hops are picked at the right time, are you gonna get a good pick in July versus August or late harvest? Is it gonna be hops are gonna be even sweeter when you pick them later?
There's a lot of similarities between beer and wine, but people don't see it that way. They see beer as being almost poor man's drink. But nowadays, I mean, I dare a poor man to go fucking buy a craft fucking beer. I'll tell you that much. Shit gets expensive. You go out to a restaurant, you order a craft beer, you're looking at fucking
your firstborn
at bare minimum $6 for a pint. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Versus like your American beers, like your Coors or your Budweiser.
You can get a $2 pint anywhere of fucking Bud or whatever, but if you want a quality beer, you're looking at least it's $6 to $9.
Exactly.
Is reasonable, and I've paid that,
Fair
and
enough.
will continue to pay it.
Okay, fair
you
enough.
Know what I mean? But yeah, so I dare you to try and tell me that beer is a poor man's drink, and it's not. At least with the new resurgence of the craft breweries and things like that, like they're bringing beer into a light, and this has been happening for the past almost 20 years now.
Yeah.
It started out slow, and it's building much more steam, at least especially in recent years.
Because I can see, back in the 60s and 70s when people are like, I'll make my own beer, and people will be like, you're weird.
Beer, that kind of thing.
If you make
make my own beer, and it usually was like piss water. It was crap. You couldn't get the supplies, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Nowadays, somebody says, I make my own beer. I go, let me try. Come on.
Exactly.
Give me. What do you got?
Do you think they're redefining like back in the 1920s and like how people are making, or back in the 30s, or it's like people making bathtub gin and bathtub beers?
No,
it's just
really, no. That was a different thing entirely.
Well, back when sanitation wasn't really a thing, it was just a thing, not really a requirement. So, anyway, where do you want to go? Down by the boulevard, or you want to go to Minnesota? I call last one.
You know what? The one that's closest to me here is the Ballantine. So
okay.
Here's the Ballantine.
Hell yeah.
Cheers.
Thanks for the warning.
Yeah, there's that a bit of bitey, bit
Mhm.
yep.
But I'm kind of getting a little bit like banana nut nuts to it. Not like half of
Some,
not like half of ice.
Hefeweizen
No.
banana. No. But I get you on that. There's some definitely there. Yeah, it's definitely just it's.
Okay.
I don't know. It's got to be the hops that they use. They're kind
It's
of
kind of
weird.
it's kind of like they're
Like, they're
using
not-
sweeter hops.
Yeah, they're not like your slappy in the face hops, but at the same time, it's a slappy in the face beer. It's weird.
Yeah, it's exactly. It just seems like, for my wine people, it's kind of like your late harvest wine. It's like
Maybe, yeah.
they're picked later. It's just like picking like an overripe banana. You know how it turns black and it kind of gets a little bit more sweeter because the molecules are and the cells are kind of deteriorating, releasing their sugar and all that stuff. So
Okay.
that's what I kind of get out of it. So.
If that's what you take from it, that's what you take from it. I don't really know, but yeah.
All right. Interesting.
I gotta give it another taste to give it a fair rating here.
I want to give it. I'll have the Boulevard. I'll probably go back to that just for. Like I had my initial one, but I want to make sure. Like
I feel like I used to like Ballantine more, and maybe it's just maybe my tastes have changed.
Right.
Maybe Ballantine has changed the way they make it or something, or I don't know.
I'm like,
It's probably more likely that my tastes have changed.
Yeah, it's
And I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes.
Fair enough.
Here's
All right.
here's Bullard.
Let's walk down it. I do see this. Yeah, definitely some grape notes in this.
Oh yeah, grapefruit. Some. They said grapefruit and passion fruit. I even get grapefruit with maybe a hint of lime, that kind of
Yeah.
thing.
This is kind of like your summertime drinking.
This is
beer.
definitely a summertime beer for sure.
And we're drinking this in March.
Well, it's spring,
Ish.
at least ish. Yeah, well, I mean, we live in Buffalo, so it's
Which
not really.
we only have 2 seasons. Get a jacket and put on the damn jacket. This I don't know.
I have my ratings, and you know what? I'm gonna stick to my gun on this one. That's what I'm going with. What's on the paper is what's gone. But take your time. Take your time.
I'm gonna. I need one brief moment because it's.
Yeah, I don't.
it's-
Yeah, I'm not looking to
this one's-
pressure
thi-
you. I'm
oh,
just. I had to lock it in. Otherwise, I'd keep going back and forth. You know what I mean? They're difficult. It's difficult.
God,
it's a difficult.
this is for me. Like last match, this was difficult for you, but this one's difficult for me.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I'm just gonna give it one score, and whatever happens, happens. And
Yeah.
then
Whatever may be
pushes
will
out,
be,
pushes
right?
out. Yeah. Fuck. All right.
What'd you give Boulevard?
4.
Give Boulevard the 4. All right, I gave him a 3.5.
Okay.
Where'd you go, Ballantine?
I couldn't decide. I gave it a 4, so you'd help me out. I don't know.
Well, I get Ballantine a 3. So by half a point, Boulevard wins it.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
right. Well, we did. Yep.
I literally just could not decide. It was. I like both.
Yeah, no,
they're
they're both really good beers. I had to, I had to lock in a score, and it had to be like one just slightly edged the other out.
Yeah.
And again, it could come down to what was I feeling at that moment, and at that moment, I wanted something brighter and lighter. I guess
Yeah.
I don't know. That
it
goes
just
to Boulevard.
And I'm looking back and forth, and like it came down to one little question, like, would I buy this again? And I'm like, would I buy this again in July? Would I buy this again in December? And I can honestly say I would buy both.
Yeah, no, and that's good. I'm glad that you like them. It's just we had to pick something, and I went with one.
Yeah.
That's what it came to.
Oh my gosh, this is heating up and
It
shaping up
is.
nicely.
It is getting good. The West is into the round of
Order finals?
huh?
What do you call it, quarter or semis or
That's the elite. No, that's Sweet 16.
Sweet 16? All right.
Right?
Huh,
Two,
yeah. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14,
14. So, yeah,
16.
Sweet
Yep.
16.
Oh,
We weren't wrong.
we would never lie to you
So
people.
yeah, no, the West is fully into the Sweet 16. The East is about to follow probably our next podcast.
Yeah.
The South has some making up to do, or we'll have to make something up for the South. And the Midwest has one more battle, and
Yeah.
then they're in there.
And then, yeah, I think we got this next podcast with mainly like 2 Southern matches, an East match, and a Midwest match. And
Yep.
either way, it'll lead down to the Sweet 16.
Yep.
How to be young again. And it's going to be shaping up pretty well. The podcast will be a little bit more, I would say, a little bit more defined as far as, I think research goes.
Every episode gets a little bit more and more defined as we kind of go on.
Yeah, as far as like saying like 2 sentences,
I
we'll
mean,
just
our
say.
our last 2 were like 45 minutes to hour long. We're at 35 minutes right now, so
Well, yeah.
we're
But keep in mind, like,
we're getting more concise. We're
Exactly.
getting more.
We're
more
not getting-
exacting.
we're not getting back to
straying
back.
ourselves.
No.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, it's in. This is actually, like I said before, this is pretty much one of my favorite podcasts, and we've been doing this since June, July, and like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I am
I love
having fun with the big
hell
beer board.
yeah.
We're gonna have to do more stuff like this. I think.
Exactly.
Anybody who's got an idea for like a tournament kind of thing for us, please
Yeah.
let us know. I mean,
This
we
is
will,
this is loggers in life. Like I
we-
like to talk
yeah,
about
we
life,
will-
but sometimes loggers.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Yeah.
we will drag it out for a bunch of fucking episodes. We will do that if you have a legitimate bracket or something you want us to rate.
Yeah.
We will do that
Yes.
because I'm having fun with it. I
Hell
don't know
yeah.
about you?
Oh God, yeah. Anything that you
we,
put.
we and we hope you guys all are too.
Yeah, we're not.
Sincerely,
Hell yeah.
we don't do this. We do basically. Yeah, okay. So we just do this for us, really.
Hell yeah.
But we do hope that people are enjoying it and listening. And if you are enjoying and listening, please do us a favor. Go on to the Facebooks and the YouTubes. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. More importantly,
Yes.
hit share. Share
Yes.
it with everybody.
It does
when
mean that we care.
when we post a video, when we post anything, just hit the share button for us. That's all we ask.
It means a lot to us. That means it's
really
like
does.
we love our fan base, but we just kind of like, hey, have you guys checked this out? These guys are two guys who drink beer and talk about life. Why would I want to do that when I have my own friends? Well, do your friends ever do crap like this? Answer for that. They don't. They don't.
Nah,
It just-
you know,
But we love to
why do
expand
I
our
have my own
family.
friends to answer that. Your friends aren't this awesome, so fuck off.
Exactly. Can they ever pull off stuff like this? Can we all ever pull off like the best Halloween movies, the best dogs, the best comics? Who's a better wrestler, and why is Superman the most awesome superhero of all time? I haven't forgotten, motherfucker. I haven't forgotten about, and I will never let that die. You will explain it. I will.
Superman is god awful. We're not calling that.
Ah.
But
Oh God.
guys, we've had a pretty good night, I think.
I hope you guys did too. And
yeah,
if you are not
absolutely.
drinking with us, dude, what the hell?
If you're not drinking with us, you know what?
Especially this
raise something.
Raise something.
I don't know why you're listening
Orange
to
juice.
to the beer
Uh,
podcasts, but
yeah.
at least the big beer bracket.
At least a
specifically.
mimosa. I will take a mimosa at least.
That's booze. If they're not drinking booze. Why the hell would they drink?
I know.
booze?
They may think, oh, well, you guys are drinking beer. I'm drinking like mimosas and wine. I don't care.
Oh,
It's
we-
booze.
as far as booze, we don't care what you're drinking. Let us know what you're drinking.
Exactly.
And
Let-
if you have any suggestions, really, the South bracket here is
Love of
is
God.
really fucking weak.
You know how hard it is to find a Southern beer in New York State?
It is really weird. We are closer to the American South than we are to the fucking West Coast, and yet I can get West Coast beers
Like
at the
that.
drop of a dime.
Exactly.
Southern beers, I got nothing.
Exactly.
So if anybody has any
Like,
suggestions, anything like that, even if they're not Southern beers, just beers you'd like to see on the list,
Yeah.
let us know. Let us know. We'll throw it on there because we got some empty spots right now
Exactly.
that we cannot fill. We've tried.
I don't-
We have been scouring our local area, and we cannot find these southern breweries.
Exactly.
So,
I don't care
and
if
I'm
it's.
not ordering
Hell
them
no.
off the internet right now. I'm just not going that far. I'm not going that in depth. So if I can't find it around here, we're not rating it.
Exactly.
So guys,
help
help us out. Give us some
exactly.
suggestions. Yeah.
Anything else? Also logerslife at gmail.com and YouTube, and we're all in, and Facebook and all that. So, like I said, I'm not sure. It doesn't matter like what beer it is. It could be from Donald Duck. It could be from,
Yo, Donald Duck's got a beer. I'm drinking it.
Oh fuck yeah,
Damn right.
or whatever it is. I know it sounded like a
That's
dying
not
horse.
even. Yeah, that was terrible. I don't know what that was.
Okay, can you do better?
No, I can't do
Then-
Donald Duck. I would never claim to do Donald
Okay.
Duck.
Anyway, with that being said, my friends, hope clicking, drinking, be happy, be merry, and always, here's to me.
Here's to you. Here's to love and laughter. I'll be true so long as you, and not a moment after. Cheers,
y'all.
everybody.
Double fisting tonight.